guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you like what you see and you hit the subscribe button. So my name is Delight and I do lifestyle content on this channel, and this is a new segment that I'm introducing to the channel, which is called Claim Your Place Nuggets. So we are currently in July. Today it is the 3rd of July. Okay, and this is day 4 of the challenge. If you don't know about the challenge, please look at my previous videos, or I'll link that video down below so that you can get into this challenge. So yeah, since we are currently in July, this means that this is the second half of the year 2024. Since we are in the second half of the year, the question I'm going to ask you is, where are you, or how far are you with your New Year resolutions? Did you start that workout? Did you start writing that book? Like, where are you with the New Year resolutions? I know it's a very tough year for most people. You plan your things and then things don't go according to your plan. I also had so many plans that I had to cancel. Probably half of my New Year resolutions have to be put on the side because a lot of life changes happened. For example, I lost my job, so I'm currently unemployed. So the things that I planned out for this year, some of the things have to take the back seat because there are other things that have to be done. Because life is unpredictable, we plan, but God decides. There are a lot of New Year resolutions, things that were on my vision board, things that I set out as my goals, things that I had written down that I have to change because there's been a lot of life changes this year. When I planned this year, it was in January. Now we are in July. A lot of things happen between that time and now. And if you're a Christian, like most people, I won't say most people, but if you're a Christian, in January, most churches do the fast for you to prepare for the new year. I did that fast. I did the 7-day fast. I wrote my goals down. I planned everything, gave everything a timeline. I told myself by this month I want to achieve this. By this time I want to achieve this. But some of the things I couldn't achieve them. Was it my fault? Partly it was my fault, because there are some things that you have to do to build up to the things that you want to achieve. Sometimes it's not even your fault. Sometimes it's because there are things that happen that are beyond your control. But then at the end of the day, you don't have to beat yourself up about these things. Okay, so that's the first thing that I'm going to say. Number 1, you don't have to beat yourself up about these things. Number 2, sometimes it's your fault that these things don't happen. It means maybe you didn't have a proper strategy. Maybe you didn't plan out your things properly. Sometimes it's just because things just happen that way. Maybe God had a plan for you because He decides when we plan. So sometimes it's not your fault. But sometimes you look back at yourself and you're like, if I'd started this thing at this point, maybe I would get to July, I would get to August, having achieved A, B, and C. But because I delayed, I procrastinated. This is why some of these things didn't happen. I know we all have to say, I tried my best, but maybe it was not yet my time. Which is actually true. Sometimes it's not yet your time. Sometimes God is preparing you for something bigger. He's preparing you because He knows that you're not mentally prepared to receive that thing. So whenever you plan out your things, whenever you pray for things to happen in your life, make sure that you also ask God to give you the strength, the capability, and the vision to see through whatever He gives you, whatever You've asked for. You have to pray to God to help you so that you can actually have the proper vision. And also you have to pray to God to help you with your purpose. Sometimes the things that you want are not in line with your purpose. That's why God doesn't give you those things. That's why God delays those things. I have a hard time with this thing. I have a hard time accepting that. I put so much effort in doing ABCD. I do my best, I pray about it and everything, and then it doesn't work out. But now I'm teaching myself to accept things the way they are. It's not easy, I'm not going to lie to you, and it's a work in progress. It's not easy to accept. But at the end of the day, you have to accept sometimes that things didn't work out. Because you can't continue doing the same thing, this very same thing, and expect different results. It doesn't work like that. Sometimes you just have to take the back seat and say to God, God, how do you want me to navigate this? How do you want me to move from point A to point B? Why am I not getting this now? Because you have a time frame. God has a different time frame, a different plan. He has a purpose for your life. Maybe you don't know your purpose on earth. So I'm not preaching to you, I'm preaching to myself. And I'm hoping that you also take something from here. That sometimes those resolutions were not God's plan in your life. Sometimes because those resolutions are not in line with your purpose. Sometimes it's because we procrastinate. Sometimes it's because we don't plan things properly. That's why maybe we're in the second half and we haven't achieved even a quarter of those resolutions. But for some goals, it's not too late. This is just the second half. You can do so much more. You can pray about it. You can plan accordingly. You can work so hard to make sure that you achieve this. For example, I wanted to start this YouTube channel last year, but I had different plans. If I had started last year, I would be in a different space now. So in conclusion, all I'm going to say is it's not too late to work on those resolutions. It's not too late to work on that vision board, on those goals that you wrote down. It's not too late. And there's also a verse in the Bible which says that your gift will make room for you. I will put the verse here. I've just forgotten the verse, but I'll put it right here. So yeah, I wish you all the best in your goals, in the things that you want to achieve for the second half, the things that you didn't achieve from January that you're planning to achieve now, the things that you're going to carry over to the next year, the new habits that you want to start, the new changes you want to make in your life, maybe in your career, in your marriage, in your business, in any way. And I'm also challenging myself to work very hard, to focus, plan and strategize properly so that I achieve all those goals. So until the next video, it's bye for me.